what's your expectation for our how far or what level are we gonna get? Like how far the campaign's gonna go?
Probably level 15.
Okay.
It's a good level I like to stop at or see where things track. And if you want to go higher, that's more than fine. It's just I only have things written up till level 15.
Gotcha.
Also, I should probably ask this: how many arcs, or I'm guessing in this case chapters, are there in the session?
You've first finished. You've already finished 2 arcs. There are 5 in total.
Oh, okay.
5 in splinter
I think
things.
Ada had like a mini arc that was like 1 or 2 sessions, kind of. I don't know if that was an arc that when we went into her mind, but it was.
Oh, there's still more with that, Nikolai.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
Okay.
But yeah, the main story plot or whatever, 5, you've already dealt with 2. Well, dealt with 1.5. You've completely cleaned up 1.
Gotcha.
But, then right now we're in a respite area, which you might probably leave today. We'll soon find out.
Death.
Yeah. Although there is a storyline through it, don't feel afraid to slap someone in the face or put someone's sword through evil big bad's chest. Yeah. Do what you want. I'll work with it.
Cool.
Someday Ada will push Amara into a fountain. We'll find out.
Okay.
I had that thought for a while. Okay. I don't know why.
Yeah. All right. I guess we can get started before.
Yeah.
We go on.
We're talking too much.
All right. As the team finished off entering inside of the city, dealing with this information at hand, you managed to recruit a few new faces and a few old ones, although not currently real world standards, but your own character standards. You acquired Amara, a individual that is more or less a bard of inspiring words. A weird way of phrasing it, but I phrase it nonetheless. Ada's old childhood friend that they became estranged after a whole incident with, well, let's just say being who they are. Grok is leaving the team due to training situations, and it does seem he has a keener mind for strategy than anything else. So he might discover a little bit about himself later on. Vol, being the current acting heir since her brother hasn't been found, is supposed to be left here. Why? Well, a kingdom needs to be ruled, and if you don't have an acting heir, there are a lot of problems with that. Monarchy aside, there's a lot of problems with not having a backup person to lead you. But that's another entire story whatsoever, and I don't want to get into politics, let alone D&D politics. So she has to stay here in case something happens. Or in case one of you decides to kidnap her. And then that's a whole nother story. I'm not saying you can't. But I do have written stuff. If you do. Now, I did it last week because Ada made a joke. And I wasn't sure if she was making a joke.
Too much of that on Saturday. Too much politics on Saturday for my D&D session.
Fauna,
I don't think our characters would necessarily get into the whole crazy politics.
Nikolai
much
wouldn't
further
care.
than what we
I mean,
are.
if it was tortured and forced into it, then probably.
Fauna is leading you to the Feywild Forest, or as it's known here, the Great Wild Forest, because you need a tracker and someone to get you in. More or less, you can get in just fine, maybe. Just getting back out is the real problem. And you kind of got Whisper suspended for a couple months, and she does need a job. So she's coming along with you because you asked, and she does need a job. Opal?
Did I do that?
Oh, well, technically, yeah. Well, technically because she got civilians involved.
I don't think anybody got that reference. Did you get that reference?
I did.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
Don't worry. Technically, you and Dust and Ada did because she accidentally got civilians involved. Another story altogether. You just asked Opal to come, and she came.
Yeah.
There's really no story there. Just pick someone up, and then she went with you. And that is where we left off. After inquiring, giving a treasure to the kingdom themselves, and then got really, really paid well for it. After discovering a few things about the mine, about transportation issues, you are now ready to leave, or at least you are now in the last hours of getting ready to leave. With the remaining time, and just to repeat it again, what would you like to do?
Well, I went to the wand shop, so
I think there were 3 things that we hadn't
Yeah, from last session.
from last session that we like after the session we were just like we were going through. Okay, these are the things that we're going to be doing.
Since we're not totally in game yet, you guys wanted to get go to the church to have. Well, Ada wanted to go to the church
yes, he
to
wanted
get,
to do that.
Going to the church.
Fully activated. Dust, you wanted to give Vol. She's not currently in this room, but I just needed to put tokens somewhere.
Yeah.
You needed to get give her some things, and the third thing I'm blanking on. But I know you also wanted to go to the gem mines. So that's
that's on the way.
That's on the
Monkey.
way.
The third one was Monkey.
Oh yeah, the third
Monkey.
one was the band. Tripwire involved in Monkey, their agent.
So it was those 3 things that we were just that you were like, I want to role play these things
Then
these
the first
things
thing is
out.
that Nikolai going to one shop.
Yeah. Well, more or less, 2 of them do have to be played out. The last one technically can't, or doesn't have to be, which would be Ada and the church, because you're just going there. If you don't want to play that out, that's fine. I just had a dumb joke there.
Oh, because the way you were making it sound last week, you're just like you're gonna have something cool going on.
Yeah, there is something going on there. But it's something I want. You don't have to do it.
I love to do it. I'm up for anything.
Okay. Then which one will your team go to first?
Do you need to go connect that book to adhere to it?
Yeah, I still have to do that.
Well, I'm excited to see what happens for that. That'd be interesting.
Okay. So let's go the temple first. Then we'll go up to the palace.
And then Nikolai, you can get what you want.
Monkey.
And then on our way out,
Yes.
we'll do the band.
We will see the monkey.
Why can't you remember the band's name? Just the agent.
Live wire.
The
This is
wires.
electric. Oh,
There was a man named Trip, and it was a long night. I remember it a little bit. I mean, I think honestly, if I remember something, I think Dust was the one that drank a little bit more than I did.
Maybe.
But I don't recall fully. Apparently, you remember more than I do.
Yeah, you joined the band and then somehow you turned to a sheep. And then
Yes.
you decided to eat my cloak for some odd reason.
And for some reason, because I'm gonna say because you were so drunk, you just let yourself become a sheep, even though you didn't have to.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, that's how that worked. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just say that's why you became a sheep. Not continuity error.
Yeah. I let myself. Yeah.
You allowed it to happen.
All right. As you get to the church without too much of an issue, you do find a monotony of people here. While this is also a church as well as a graveyard site, you do see a few monks here and there just coming about here and there until they catch wind of you, which is not that hard to do, being an entire mishmash of fighters, warriors, wizards, and 2 horned people.
Yeah.
And I just now noticed that a lot of your team is feminine.
Female. Or
Female?
they, them? I don't know. Fauna's
Fauna's a they, them. Amara presents herself as female and whispers. She goes with whatever she needs.
Question mark.
Opal's, she considers herself or her.
Whisper is a question mark. That's her gender.
Yeah, but yeah, a lot of feminine individuals. Not important, but I'm surprised. I just noticed that. Whatever. As one of them clocks you, making way here since they don't know you, Father Matthias moves forwards. Oh, welcome, lost souls. What brings you here?
Ada?
Ada pulls out the Book of Angels. Just some light reading.
That's not light reading, Ada. That's important.
Yeah, I know, but it works in the sentence.
No, I'm saying that as Nikolai.
All right. Father Matthias looks towards you. Do you mind if I take a look at that? It does seem rather important. If you do rather not, I understand. But if you are looking for an interpreter, there is Pastor Nathaniel inside if you want to speak with them.
I don't know if Ada or she might have identified it actually. So Ada, you should probably know something about it.
Yeah.
About the book?
No, we have had
Yes.
it identified.
Yes.
Yeah, we did. I forget the description. That's why I asked Dogma for it earlier.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
it identified by the more or less skunk man. He wasn't a skunk man. He just has the colors of a skunk.
Okay.
Quetzal. While at there, you did learn that there's a few ways this thing triggers or activates. But the main one you do have to activate fully was to go in a church and be blessed by a father, a priest, or whatever, someone of the church to fully activate it. You also have to be
Nice.
lawful. It doesn't matter if it's good, evil, neutral. You just have to be lawful. Wait,
That
lawful, neutral. What is that?
probably wouldn't work with Nikolai. Probably
Semantics.
wouldn't work.
I think they're the same alignment, aren't they? Nikolai and Ada?
Nah, I'm more neutral than lawful.
I think I asked, and Nikolai said, "Nah, not lawful."
Yeah,
He's
he's not
too
lawful.
chaotic to be lawful.
I try to be neutral, but I tend to be chaotic. But I try to be neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, what?
Huh? Sorry.
I'm-
The priest wanted you to walk with him, I think.
No, I asked if you wanted to get interpreted or perhaps a blessing from the church itself. Father Nathaniel is inside. If you prefer. If you like, I can do it as well. It's just not as potent. I am a level 3 cleric, so I am not as strong.
Probably
I-
get the stronger guy.
Ada, it's your choice on who you.
I do need a blessing, so I'll probably go see the man you recommended.
Oh, very well then. He is currently speaking with someone, so enter inside and make a veered left. You'll find him by the very magnanimous voice that he presents himself with. Well, personality. The voice is just actively as well.
Inside the church?
Yes, you're most welcome to enter inside. If
Oh,
you
I
go
think
to the
you-
left, you will find the classroom. If they're still in session, please let them be. Unless you also intend to study and the like. And you're more than welcome to. Right now, they are studying up on celestial energies and the binding of Isaac.
All right, well, thank you.
Of course.
Well, that's an
I-
interesting name. Is Isaac the man?
No. The binding of Isaac is a story long foretold of a father, a son, bound in chains and shackles by a long since vile king. It's not important really, as long as you don't follow the faith, but it is a story one is told for being wary of strangers or wary of those in high power.
Indeed. Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
Nikolai chuckles and walks inside.
All right. You enter inside without too much issue, and you are left over with the crossroads. While entering inside, there is a very dark crimson red carpet. Like, it's a very big carpet. It's not like segmented. It's just someone had enough time to make more or less a cross with the carpet, which overall,
I mean, you have the cross in reverse, but
I mean, technically the buildings can be any which way.
Nikolai
Just
wouldn't
this
know
way.
that. That's me. That's me saying that.
Either way.
Depends on what you're. Sorry,
No,
building.
no,
My
you're good.
architecture triggered.
No, you're fine. It's just weird. They made a giant carpet cross, but they wasted a whole bunch of other if there was like more. It's just something to consider while you enter inside. While you enter inside, you do see a few people cleaning some armor, some windows, some walls. They simply state, morning to you. Top of the morning. Good day to you. As you enter inside. I'm going to push you along.
Well, if my knowledge precedes me, I think that this area is actually, this would be the nave of the church, and then the sides would be and then up here where the pastor is would be the narthex. I don't know. I'm just thinking about it.
Right.
As Nikolai walks about the church.
Right. Nikolai, as you walk along the church, you actually Ada technically would. I'm just gonna get you closer. Taking control of your tokens again. Pop.
Cool.
Yep, sure.
Okay. I'm gonna say Nikolai sees this first, but Ada could hear this first. Passive perceptions and all that. As you come closer to where the pastor is, you see them like. It looks as if he might have killed someone. His hands are like deep gutted red, crimson color, and the man next to him simply saying, almost in like a crying voice, "Why? I don't understand." And immediately you just see like, yes, I made tokens for them. Crimson hands just up in the air, just laughing maniacally. Before you go off and potentially kill this man, you see him take out from the side a very large, rather good-looking giant cake. Presenting it to him, he states, "Nonsense! You've done quite well for this community. It's more than fair to give you something like this." The man, still crying, goes over and gets the cake. "Now then, present this to the rest of your friends, and thank you once again." Immediately this man leaves with this giant, very big cake.
God, that was such a relief. I thought like a straight up pastor killed somebody. Okay.
Dust is still very wary of this priest.
Are you a baker?
Are you talking about the guy that's leaving with the giant cake?
No, I'm talking about the pastor.
Oh.
I yelled to him.
Well, first he would go, "Welcome to the community. Also, technically I'm a priest. Also, I can bake. Not my profession, though."
No. Did your hands mean to be red? Did you get some food dye?
What, this? It looks crimson blood red. Yes!
Okay.
Okay.
So it is food coloring.
Yes!
So we all been through a lot. It's just a little,
Oh, let me come over there with my bloody hands.
Okay, yeah, it's
okay, at
definitely,
least
it's
wash your
definitely
hands off.
blood. It's definitely blood.
Maybe wash your hands off.
Oh, that's a good idea. Quickly
I
rushes away.
rolled a 2 on insight, Dogma.
No. When it's like quickly washes them away, Dust is just kind of like waves his hand,
Up.
be gone, and his hands get clean. He's just like, ah.
Oh, like halfway before getting to the bathroom, he comes back. "Oh, well, thank you."
The prestidigitation. He's just like, ah.
So,
Yes. Unfortunately, if you've ever dealt with strawberries and preservatives, they're very sticky and gooey. You still get that strawberry smell off of his hands. Nikolai, you may or may not believe it was
That's when
blood.
Dust will be like, but there's ways of not getting your hands
man.
that color.
Yes. If you've ever baked before, I've only baked a couple times, or at least with strawberries. They dye your hands fairly easily. I was surprised about that.
are you sure you want to do it with this guy? Is this? Oh, yeah.
It's only kind of guy, I think.
Okay. I'll be
It-
here. If you need help, I'll be here.
I'm going to
I'll be here
Brian
too.
Cole. Yeah.
No,
you're-
not you. I'm talking to her.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. I'll be here for all of you. That's kind of my job.
Okay. I'm okay with you not being here for me, but that's cool too. I suppose.
Self-motivated. I
But-
understand that.
Yeah. You just kind of creep me out a little bit. I got a weird little vibe going, but that's okay. That's okay.
No, I understand.
Okay then. Pastor Nathaniel.
Yes.
Does Ada still have the book in her hands?
Yeah, if you want it in your hand still, or if you put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
Either way.
She still has it in her hands
Okay.
then.
You still have it in your hands.
This is how can I explain? This is a book of angels, and I would like you to bless me.
Ah,
That's a short version, so.
very good then. Well, may I look at the book first?
Did you properly wash your hands? I don't want anything sticky to get on them.
I think so. Like, looks over them. Just
That's
cast
good.
magic, so he's honestly not sure. But looking at them
That's
over.
prestidigitation, so he's pretty clean.
Like, at a game, yes, but he doesn't know that. Pastor Nathaniel looks them once over. I don't really see any problem with them. They still have the smell, but that can go away after a while.
All right then. Ada hands her. Hands him the book.
He still smells like strawberries. I make the smell of strawberries go on him.
Making it stronger. You hand him over the book, and he looks at them. Looks at the book, and then states, "Oh wow, this is enchanted by a very good amount of magic. It's also further along, made of the bindings." Well, I suppose that's neither here or there. I'm assuming you may or may not be religious. If you are, this is information you might want. If not, that's perfectly all right. I understand that sometimes people come here to get blessings from God, blessings from, people that worship their gods and may or may not be following them. So I understand travelers, mercenaries, and the like would like to receive a blessing here or there. So obviously I don't want to go in a tangent. He's going in a tangent, obviously you can tell, on anything you may or may not want to listen to.
I mean, I used to be religious. I just haven't been to a church for a few years.
Oh, you can be religious anywhere you want to be, just depending on what you want to do. You don't have to go to church, like, let's say, every day, every once a week, once a month. So long as you still have faith within your own heart, your home can be your church. Your body can be the temple. Doesn't really matter to me.
Those are some wise words coming from a baker.
No, that is my passion. This is my work. Well, technically, both are my passion. Just, I recently got into baking.
Good to know.
Okay.
I mean, you asked. Again, don't want to go into a tangent. He's clearly going into a tangent. But either way, if you want to know more about this book, I can tell you. But it does seem to be a genuine article and artifact. I would tell you to keep this protected, but you seem to know what you're doing. He hands it over.
Thank you.
Of course. Now then, what I'm about to do is give you a blessing of 5th level. That'll just mean you'll have a connection to the very... The best way I can describe it is a general connection to your holy object, or relic in this case, since it is classified as a relic.
Oh.
Whatever it might hold, it will be awakened inside you.
Well, the quick question, that wouldn't affect anything else inside of me, metaphorically, if that makes sense.
Metaphorically, it might start to fight, depending on what it is, as long as nothing is, how should I say? I suppose not parallel, polar opposite of it, it should be fine.
So you're saying that if she has the lawfulness of her heart and the thing that inside her, hypothetically, has the evil intent in their heart, then it will counteract and it will hurt them and help her.
It might suppress it, at the very least.
Oh.
It all really depends on what it is, hypothetically, of course.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's good to ask questions.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes. I would go in a tangent, but again, don't want to. But if you're okay with that, we can begin.
Yeah, I think that'll be alright.
Very well then. He begins to go on a blessing sermon, which basically just signifies that he's communing with his god, connecting with your artifact and your body and being, and connecting those two, the artifact and yourself, together. While this process is going on, Nikolai, Dust, I want you to go ahead and roll religion. Ada, you get this automatically because you are quite literally in the fray of everything.
Wait.
That's
Religion. Oh, I'm not a religious person, but
I was gonna
That's
say,
not-
did Nikolai go to Sunday school?
I mean,
I'll never say that
Nikolai,
again.
I don't know. We got the same score. Look at that.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah. I can do better.
There we go.
Let's see if I can. Oh, yeah, let's go.
Right one.
So much better. All right. As you begin to look at these two, you do see a strange aura around Pastor Nathaniel. It seems to be a radiant energy coming from him, so he does seem to have strength behind him. But Ada, you yourself, sorry, Nikolai, 14 is not enough to cut it. Ada, you
Okay.
yourself begin to see a very being behind Pastor Nathaniel. Almost, you do see that aura, that is there, but behind him, you do see an angelic wing pattern. 6 of them just jetting out of a very, almost Adonis-like being behind him. Pearlescent, almost cast out of marble itself. Half of his body, or at least half of that strange angelic body, seems to be cast of marble, quite literally, but the very, very precious white one. And then the other half, let's say the left half, does seem to be made out of onyx stone, pure black and pure white in both sides, each adorning 3 wings of each of their colors, respectively. As that happens, this strange angelic being just becomes and warps into a small sphere. As that happens, it then begins to hover over straight towards you, Ada, in between the book you hold and your very body. And then that sphere, both of yin and yang, honestly, just cracks in half, and then it hits the ground next to your feet. As that happens, a strange whirling vortex of light just shimmers and shines both around you and the book until it is gone from both your vision and this world. The blessing does take hold, and it is a ritual lasting up to an hour. And with the ritual done and Nikolai and Dust just seeing that aura and nothing else, you are now fully tethered to the book, and you have access to all current abilities.
Wow.
Holy.
Can you remind us what those abilities are?
Well, I'll remind Ada, and you'll just be here to listen to it.
Sure. Ada's abilities.
So, what this book can do is give you a +2 to your block. That means if you have a dex of 12, it'll go up to 14, which does mean that if you have a dex of 12, your bonus would be a +1. With an added number amount, it will go up to +2. If you already have a 20 in your dex, it doesn't have to be dex, but if you already have a bonus in your stat, that is 20, it can go above that, which is a very good thing to do. You will then have proficiency in religion. If you already have proficiency, you'll have expertise in religion. This does require attunement, but you obviously just did that. It also amplifies a spell you choose. Not every spell, but a spell you choose ×2. And that range and damage. The spell chosen
Whoa.
has to be that spell. And when you cast it, is when you decide to either double the range or double the damage / effect. The book is also a book and has a good amount of information on it and requires lawful alignment to, attune to it.
So when you say like a spell, is it just the one spell and you can't pick a different one, or is it? Can you change the spell?
You don't know. That's what Quetzal gave you on this information.
So
It's
I guess she
possible,
has to figure that out.
But as of right now, that's the information you have.
Can Ada make an insight check to see if the other version of her is still awake inside of her?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
What would... never mind. I answered that question in 5 seconds. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
oh no.
That didn't... Alright.
It's kind of hard to tell, honestly. It might be or it might not be. It all depends on how you see things. But as far as you can tell, it is probably still there. Maybe not awake, or maybe it is. I just put down the stuff I gave you, Ada, in Discord.
Okay.
So everyone else can see it. But yeah. It's probably still there, but whether it's awake or not, it's hard to tell. Pastor Nathaniel then states, well then, that took a lot out of me, but not enough for me to not do anything else today. Can I help any of you other youngsters?
Me. Pick me.
Okay.
I am good.
Pick me. Oh, hey, I'm Pastor, but Nathaniel. I got a
Nathaniel's
question.
fine.
Okay. You're not you're good, right? Like I got a weird vibe because you had like.
Oh, good is relative depending on the person that you are and the person that you are talking with.
You didn't have blood on your hands, right?
Strawberry.
Oh, okay. I just double checking because
I mean, it is unholy, as it is preservative strawberries, which just means that they aren't natural, or at least there's chemicals inside. So it all depends on, again, perspective. I can go on a tangent here, but I prefer not to.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I have this wand, and could you get rid of the curse inside the wand?
It depends on what it is.
I'm handing him the necrotic wand of Revivify.
You hand him over the necrotic wand, Revivify, and he does state, do you mind if I touch this thing?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. He touches it, snaps it on his leg, and then hands it back to you. Should be fixed.
He just broke it?
He just broke it. Oh, sorry. He just broke it. Now, does anyone have mending?
Yeah, I just mend it.
You mend it. Okay.
Yeah. Holy, you scared me. You scared me for a second. I thought I was gonna die.
Is your soul attached to the wand? If it was, you should have told me.
Was it?
No.
Dust hasn't. Dust hasn't. No.
Remove the curse from last
Dust has not
time.
removed the curse yet.
I used it before, and it didn't. He didn't remove the curse from last time.
Yeah, Dust never removed it because he was upset
what's
with
going
Nikolai.
on? How do I feel?
Like you yourself, you feel fine. It's just a freaky thing to see or take note of. Like the man just cracked the wand on his knee and then handed it back to you, and then asked if anyone has mending.
Okay, and I mend it back together.
As you mend it back together, it seems fine.
Is the magic gone from it?
Isn't it since supposed to be magic? If it's magical, how did you break it?
Magic knee. He shows you more or less a very gold filigree kneecap.
Oh.
Well, not a kneecap, but it's basically man, I'm blanking on the word. Shin guard? Not shin guard. I'm just gonna call it a kneecap, but not one to shield your actual knee.
A prosthetic knee
No.
that's made of metal.
No. It's like a shin guard, but for your knee.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Like one of those things, those knee pads that you can use to bow with.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I also just
or
use
like
magic.
Neil, yeah. Well, so I look at the wand.
It looks normal, but it would.
Can I do a check to see if I'm tethered to it and if it's evil?
Sure. That's, I guess the way to do that would be to cast a detect magic, or just to try to attune to it, and like an hour later see if it works.
Ada, can you cast detect magic on this?
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, if you would, I mean, I can give you money or something. I don't want to ask you without you wanting to. I'm just saying. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Ada taking pity on
Oh,
Nikolai.
no, that's
You can
dispel
detect
magic.
No,
you
don't do
dispel
that.
magic. Boom. No, it's fine. As you detect magic, Ada, you can detect that it is enchantment based. It still possesses the property that, or at least it still possesses the enchantment property as it did before, but you beforehand could not tell if it was cursed or not.
So it's still cursed.
Maybe. You just never could detect it before and still can't.
So it's still,
do
it can still do revivify.
I know if I'm still cursed?
Can
You look towards Nikolai, seeing if the connecting bind the wand and him are still tethered, I guess, because he did tell you the information. Did you?
I
know you told Dust.
Ada.
I
I remember you told Dust, but I don't remember about Ada.
Okay, so Ada.
You can say yes. You can say yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You look at the wand, look at him to see if there's a tethering mark or some type of binding. You don't see that.
Oh, okay. So does that mean I can remove the failure on my
Well-
death saves?
I can confirm, but I will say yes for now. I never detected a curse before. I still don't know. So
Okay, cool.
percent chance.
It's possible. I'm currently not sure. I, for one, cannot detect magic or identify items. You can talk with a merchant
Okay.
inside town if you'd like.
That's okay. We'll figure it out.
Oh, very well.
No, so how I saw an angel, I have no idea how to feel about it. Or was it? It's. I'm guessing it's an angel because angels apparently have more than one pair of wings. Huh.
Oh, it was neither. It was either the blessing of good and the blessing of evil. Both are tandem with one another. It doesn't have to fall or volley on a single deity or substantial creature of, let's say, higher or lower powers, like devils or demons or angels and seraphims. They are both just parties of either good and evil, and both are connected through religion and through faith.
Huh.
Still terrifying though, but all right.
Yeah, terrible to think about it if you don't think about it too hard.
Sure.
I don't know. Ada proceeds to think about it too hard.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think about how things are connected to us, and then we're bound to obey the things that we aspire to be, or the things that we
Nikolai, we
hold
aren't
to high
puppets.
regard, and that sometimes those things become too great, and then we think that we're not good enough for those things because we can never live up to those expectations. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
What is it talking?
called your path in life.
Yeah.
You can choose either to continue on or to choose a different path. I myself well, I suppose that's another tangent altogether. But basically, I am neither adhered to any god, just the faith itself.
You know, sometimes some introspective is an interesting way to think about things.
Oh, much. Very much so. But if you have anything else to do, I don't have any magic left. Just let me know tomorrow.
Or is this a self-crisis thing?
Oh no, I'm just talking about like ideas and what do those kids call it? Theology? Is that what they say?
Technically. You could also just be referring to thought and the process of thought. Another tangent. But if you'd like, I can help you come to terms with that, or help you tomorrow with magical things.
No, I think we're good for today, but I appreciate your help. So
Of course. Do take care of yourselves. And remember, Whether or not you believe in a god, just know that you are protected and cared for. It doesn't have to be a god. It can be your patronage, your hierarchies, your family matters,
As he
your
continues to talk, I'm
guardians.
walking away.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can tell this
Hey,
man is very open-minded, but it's a little much.
Well, it was nice meeting you. Good
You
luck
as well.
with your baking, I guess.
Of course. And good luck with whatever you intend to do. Oh, and I suggest you keep that book hidden. I could go on a tangent, but it just suffice to say, it's a very holy relic. And if there are some very bad religious people out there, so just be careful.
I promise I'll keep it safe.
Oh, I'm fine without it. I'm just saying there's a lot of... Well, technically my church calls them heretics, but I'm just gonna say, for a better way of repeating it, mean people out there that take words and manipulate them so they can be right.
Are you just trying to explain the manipulation?
Yes,
Or form of it?
but religious.
Uh,
So just be careful out there. If you find them, don't show them the book.
okay.
Yeah, a lot of people, bad people out there. And some of them go under religion, others do not.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, there's many people with different religions.
Let's head off.
I mean, is Dust religious? Dust, are you religious? Do you believe in a god? I assume you do.
Hey, yo, Dust.
Dusty, if you're speaking, you're muted.
Oh, yep, I was muted. Dust will be like, nope, I am not overly religious.
So you don't believe in a god?
I won't say that I don't believe in them.
Grok does state, technically I'm not religious either. You can believe that there are gods out there, or a god, or whatever. You just don't have to technically, I suppose, bow down to them.
I personally believe that they're just powerful people out there
Yeah,
that can kill you.
also true.
That's not fun.
Also true.
Well, sure.
Nikolai, you said that's a disappointing voice. Are you?
Oh, well, there's too many things that want to just take advantage of you, so I'm just kind of like, whatever. It's just, I do what I want to do, and things do what they want to do. If they want to intervene with my life, then so be it. But whatever.
It
Just
is
tackles
going-
up onto the ground so he can go first.
It is gonna question if Nikolai just really wants to die,
I
or
don't.
is a masochist.
Did she say that?
She
No,
questions
she's
it in her
just
mind.
gonna make it.
Oh, interesting.
Grok comes over. Then never mind.
Sorry.
Oh, what? Oh,
Grok was just gonna ask if you were gonna follow. Okay. As people contemplate whether or not, I suppose Nikolai wants to continue on.
Sure.
What are you guys heading towards next?
I would say, what was the second thing we were gonna do?
We said that we'd go up to the palace. Just gonna more say goodbye to Vol, and then Dust was gonna give her some items.
Okay, sure, we can do that real quick.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
fine with me, Dust. If you want to go
Yeah.
talk to the Vol, she's a pretty fun person, I think. Yeah, been a blast. Nikolai doesn't like shed a tear or anything.
That was just kind of above game. I was saying that, so like it's more of we're going up there to say goodbye to her.
She's grown up so fast. She's like gonna be royalty. I'm kidding.
20.
But nobody in the group knows that Dust is going to give her anything. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nikolai gonna cry.
No, he's not gonna cry. What are you talking about? He's a man.
Men cry.
All right. Without too much issue, you do discover that she is currently room bound. Well, not room bound. That just means she's going to her room. Words appropriate to staying in her room so she doesn't sneak out again.
She's got two.
Generally, they're
Interesting.
considered ladies in waiting, or handmaidens, depending on things. But yeah, she has two people with her. They're not trying to kidnap the princess or anything. As you get to the door, the two attending guards do look towards you. You tell them the situation, and they basically one goes in, asks Vol if companions can see you. She says yes.
Oh my gosh.
They come back out, and then they open the door. And one by one, when you enter inside, they basically state, "Now entering dust of blah 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 or fauna of blah blah blah." It's annoying, and I'm not gonna do it.
If you say my name as I enter this room, you're gonna get an icicle in the face.
Nikolai, you cannot turn a guard.
It is a custom, and then when you enter inside, and blah blah, Nikolai, blah blah.
I pull out an icicle and I'm like, I look at her really hard, and then I'm like, and then I just, never mind.
They do not flinch.
Ada, based off her own experience, does not like Vol's room.
As you enter inside, it is not a room you expected. Laying around, you do see like very colorful lights, bestrewn soldier suits with filigree of a lot of pink, a lot of white, a lot of gold here and there, but just presentable. Some maps she was likely going to use whenever she decided to run away, but never had to, thankfully. And then like some cake, because if you weren't going to do the priest thing, I was going to put a cake somewhere.
You wanted to use that cake.
Yeah. I only have so many tokens, and I wanted to use some of them sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have different versions of cake tokens?
Yeah, there's that
Good.
one and the one I used at the church. There's also
Hey,
another one,
yeah.
but not important.
So
But
this room very looks like touches of Vol, her personality, but overly someone else decorated it thinking that this is her, but it wasn't at all.
yeah, it's like, oh, a princess would like this. Oh, she dresses like this. Her attendants dress her like this, so she'd love these colors. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, as she's currently being attended to by her green-haired attendant, Vol just like gets her to stop ruffling her, I think petticoat. I'm blanking on names of clothing. She goes, stop. Very well, miss. Again, Mari, you can just call me Vol. That would be rude, young miss. Mari, you've been my attendant, my friend, and one of the very few people I consider a friend since childhood. Vol's fine. Looks towards
You know,
the group.
You should call her Vol, by the way. I think she would like that more.
When you say that,
Yeah.
she like heavily sighs. Okay, very good. Sorry, kind of a
That's
thing.
not that
Don't know
high,
who
actually.
you are. So I didn't know if
I'm a
that
good
was
friend of Vol, actually.
the Vol nods. Oh, okay. Most of the time she is. Some of you were male, so I assumed you were suitors. Others of you were female, so I assumed you were either suitors or other attendants in waiting. I don't know.
No, we were. Some of us were travel companions of Vol here.
Very good then. My name is Mari. I am one of her handmaidens. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
You look towards the brown-haired girl, currently eating a very big slice of cake. She turns around, half mouthful, but I'm not going to try to emulate that. Looking towards you. Oh, name's Era. Pleasure. Continues to eat some cake. See, Era's got this. But then Vol looks towards you guys. So, is there something I can help you with, you guys? I honestly thought you would have left already.
I'm here, but I mean, Dust has something to do.
Yeah. Well, we came to say goodbye because we will be leaving today. But We also wanted to let you know that we came up with a name for our party last night.
Oh.
We are Hope's contract. And at this point in time, Dust will bring out a bunch of brooches. Silver, made out of silver. And it has a pentagon star that's upside down.
Ooh.
And on top of it is a butterfly. And then
What color butterfly?
No, it's silver, no color.
Oh, okay, no color. Okay.
No
Is
color.
it embossed? Is it embossed? So like the pentagon's at a different level, and then the butterfly's above it. Okay, sweet.
Yeah. So the pentagon is the pentagon star is on the lower level, and then the butterfly is on the upper level, and then coming off of that are vines, kind of going up and around with little tiny butterflies coming off of the vines just a little bit.
Like flowers?
Yeah, like flowers, and like there's flowers coming off the vines as well as the little butterflies. Really ornate, and it's but that's kind of what it looks like. And then at the top, it has the words hopes, and then at the bottom, contract.
Cool.
And then there's one brooch for everybody. And Dust is like, Bull, we'd like you to have, I would like you to have one of these. And he hands her one of the brooches, and then he hands out the rest of the brooches to everybody else in the party.
Yeah. While you hand it over towards... Go ahead.
Oh, including Brock, Opal, Whisper, Lana, Mara.
Yeah. As you first presented to her, and she, very astute, very sturdy, and very dignified, does say thank you. When you turn your back, Nikolai and Ada, you immediately see tears forming in her eyes, her trying to fight it back, trying to not show Dust this. She's been going around with you guys for a while now. While sure you haven't been more or less communicating back and forth, very, very tight knit, you have been a team. You've allowed her to do kind of whatever she wants, which is one of the few things she got to do. So when you basically said, you are part of our team, you are one of us, she's never had this. She quite literally has to more or less force her companionships, Mari, to call her her first name. So this almost breaks her, Dust. As you hand the rest of her the items out, she more or less composes herself, so you never see this. Actually, Dust, what's your past perception?
It's only 10.
You never see this.
Oh yeah, no. He probably would not see it at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you had a 13, you could probably glimpse it at the corner of a reflective surface. But no, a 10 is pretty small.
It makes perfect sense with Dust.
Yeah.
And then Dust will be like, and then one more thing. This is something that I made for you, Vol. And he'll open up a jewelry box.
Holy shit. She's gonna break down.
And in the jewelry box, very simple but very elegant, is a necklace with a heart-shaped ruby in it. Very simple, little bit of gold, kind of a golden cord, gold cord, and then off to the either side of the necklace is but it's like gold, and then off to the side are 2 earrings with pear-shaped emeralds for earrings.
All right.
Kind of a matching set.
I assumed. I'm gonna have to roll.
Mm-hmm.
What would this be? Wisdom save?
A wisdom save?
Wait,
a wisdom save? Hold on a
Wait,
second.
what? Do you need me to roll a wisdom save?
No. This is her.
I'm
This is
seeing-
her.
Tell me if you are you gonna show the roll or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you if she passes or not.
I know. Just show the roll.
Well,
and then
actually,
I'll-
I am gonna tell you if she passes or not, but I'm gonna tell you what the number to beat is. But okay. Thankfully enough,
Yeah.
her wisdom's pretty good,
Okay.
but it's not that great.
Did she roll it? Oh no, you didn't roll it yet.
Oh
shit.
Ooh.
Damn.
She
I don't know.
really did not want to cry.
Did she? How high is that? What's the thing to beat?
God.
The number to beat for her, I made it 18.
Nope. That's a -4.
1, 2,
No,
3.
Wait, what the
just leave it.
hell?
Just leave it,
Yeah,
okay?
that's what
Because
he-
there's one other thing that's gonna.
there's another thing. Never mind.
There's another
I didn't use
thing.
it. I didn't use it. I didn't use
Yeah,
it.
there's another thing, so we might break her.
Okay.
And then when Dust kind of has it open, he's just like, he then says, "Vol,
She's not saying anything, but she's keeping eye
Earrings.
contact.
this is magical jewelry that I made. I have enchanted the earrings with the spell Protection from Energy. It will protect you. These earrings will protect you. Will give you resistance against damage of the elemental kind.
Oh.
And so acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder.
Wow.
And then he's like, and the necklace is also enchanted full. Remember how I would cast the spell occasionally where I would summon some air elementals?
She nods, trying to hold composure.
I've infused the necklace with conjure minor elementals. That spell. Once per day, you can cast that spell and summon 2 elementals of your choosing. So essentially, Dust is reducing the how broad that spell casts for this item.
Mhm.
So it'll be she can summon 2 CR1 elementals.
Yeah.
Whenever, like once per day.
Yeah. Okay. Before I roll again, Dust, anything else to add before you potentially break this woman?
And it's just like
Sure.
Dust will then say, I want you to have these. Because you are a very important member of our party.
Damn it.
And I
Ah.
personally want you to be safe.
Ugh.
Give me 1 second.
Ditto.
Gosh darn, why does
Okay, I'm back. I had to sneeze there. Okay. Alright. It was going to be the same difficulty, but you quite literally said, I want you to be part of the party. So it's going to be a little bit harder now. I'm going to make it +1, so she needs to roll higher than 19. Okay. That's a 7.
Oh my
No.
god. Oh.
Like, she is currently standing there. Even with the 10, Dust, you begin to see like rivulets of tears just falling down from her eyes. Like, she's still composed, or at least bodily she's still composed. Her emotions like flooded through, and then within 5 seconds, she like breaks down ugly crying and like comes over and gives you a massive bear hug. She has incredible strength behind her, even though she has a frail form. But it's not like a strength of trying to break bone. This is more like a very big bear hug, a funny feeling like she belongs with anyone.
Yeah, Dust is gonna motion for Era to come over and just basically take the jewelry box. And then he's just gonna hug Vol right back in the big hug after Era's taken the box. And he's just like, you are who you are. And then nothing will change.
She's saying some things, but it's honestly hard to tell what she's saying. I guess you can roll insight to figure that one out, but it's honestly hard to tell.
No,
Oh, no.
I don't.
Dust is not going to try doing that. He's just going to let her. He's just going to hug her right back and just hug
I'm
it
curious.
Nikolai, it's hard to tell because they are fractions of words, not the entire word itself.
Oh, okay.
She's like saying something like fre, oni, group, bala, until she continues to break down through the entire process. Ada, while you can tell what she's saying, it's just basically her breaking structure the sentence down because she cannot complete the sentence whatsoever. But with the understanding that you know of how people work, you can tell that she's basically saying, I'm not going to do it in hers because it might make me cry. Or might make someone cry. I don't know. But looking at you, or at least looking at Dust, she does state in a very tearful, broken up heart, and thank you for all of this. I never thought I would have a friend. I always thought I'd be alone and never part of a group. I don't know how I got here, but I'm so glad I met you all.
Ada just repeatedly whispers to herself, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
But after like a good solid 2 minutes of a whole lot of ugly crying, getting herself back together and like composing herself once more, Mari comes over to clean Vol up. After a minute later, she shushes her away and then looks back towards your team. Thank you for all of this and for everything we've been through. While I might not be with you guys right now, I will continue to grow. Maybe one day.
You'll be with us in spirit. You have the brooch.
Yeah.
And who knows? We might be able to find a way for you to come back and join us on a few more adventures.
You see her like begin to ugly cry again. But then Ara comes over, like shoves her face with a whole bunch of cake. So it stops her. And then Ara looks towards you. Yeah, definitely do that. Also, stop making her cry. We have to
It's a
deal with
happy
this.
cry. Not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. It's quite nice. But stop making her do that all the time, please.
It wasn't all the time. It's just this once, okay? And let her have a moment.
Vol, would you like me to put that necklace on you?
With a mouthful, she does not.
Okay. At this point, Dust will grab the necklace. He's not going to try to put the earrings in her.
Yeah.
But he at least wants to see her with the necklace on.
Mhm.
And then he'll go behind her and then just drape it on and put the necklace on her.
You do so without too much issue, making sure none of it to accidentally touch her hair, because that is that hurts. Just letting you
Yeah.
know, as a person that's worn a necklace, that hurts so much. That being said, though, you place it on her, and it looks very beautiful. It's ornate, it's decorative, and it's definitely something that actually fits her style, rather than when you look in her room, all of this. There are tidbits of her personality here and there, but very, very few. And this new, I suppose, gift from a friend is one that definitely suits her. She does not, and
Oh yeah, no. Dust definitely made this with her in mind. So
yeah, that's with this in mind, she does thank you once again. But she does state, okay, if you need anything else, just let me know. But you might want to leave soon before I look to Aura. I start crying again.
Can we go see Monkey now? As Nikolai's like rubbing his eyes.
yeah, we can go. And then Dust will just kind of wave his hand and kind of clean up the tears for her.
You just hear in the back of the room Mara stating, "Oh, okay, someone else got it. Okay, good."
And that will just kind of be like Dust will be the last one out of the room, and he'll do that kind of more of at the last minute.
Can Ada's gonna give Vol a small hug before she leaves.
Up. Hug! She hugs you, quite much like Dust. Thankful that she has met so many great people.
I'll walk up to her and I'll give her a handshake and say, "You were a good fighter and a wonderful healer and a good part of the team."
Thank you.
And
Mara,
then Nikolai leaves.
you begin to leave. Mara, when you
And that
turn back over,
is
away.
actually one of the single. Well, honestly, that is one of the single compliments that Nikolai's actually given to somebody. If you haven't noticed.
Oh yeah, probably.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, eventually lets Ada go, and you head out towards the next destination. Which oh, I forgot the Golden Horn bar map has a vortex as its image for some reason. I'm pretty sure I deleted that image, but whatever. Okay. Well, heavily emotional. You eventually break away and find yourselves at the bar once more. Entering inside, you do see a few bouncers here and there.
Yeah,
You got a name?
Nikolai. I know Monkey. Let me in. What are you talking about?
Monkey doesn't own this joint.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean, Nucky? I know the band.
Dust will come up and he'll just be like, "We came to speak with Monkey about an item that he had talked to a few of us about."
Want to talk with the manager of the band?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. You got a name?
He's Dust.
We'll just
I'm
kind of give our
Nikolai.
name.
All right. He looks on a clipboard and he goes, it's not here.
Oh my goodness.
Opa looks toward you guys. I'm pretty sure they're asking for a bribe.
I don't know about that.
Oh, no, we're very much asking for a bribe here.
Oh my gosh, how much do you want?
I don't know. You got 5 silver?
You're gonna punch your face in.
I mean, you can try, but we'll get an entire tussle here. Since we're supposed to be protecting the bar,
Hey.
you'll just be in trouble.
Dust will give him four silver.
He nods,
he said, "Hey,
and
that's
moves
silver."
over to the side.
I'm not really in the mood, actually. Kind of emotional, honestly. So.
Do we all have to give you a bribe?
I mean, if you want to.
Okay,
No.
thank you. Appreciate it. Glad I don't have to punch somebody or hit somebody with an ice knife today.
He steps to the side, and you guys enter inside. Unfortunately, this place is kind of scummy. Way to go on visiting the 2 nice places first.
Yeah.
Do you see him, Dust? There's a lot of people here. I don't know if I can. Is he up back there? Like, I don't know. Where's the last time we saw them?
Mara just points towards the south side.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's
You're
down
really
here.
good at seeing things, honestly. I appreciate that.
Okay. Let's go over. I think we'll just weave our way through the crowd and.
Yeah, you weaved your way through the crowd. Thankfully enough, it's not one of the. Well, it's honestly still pretty early morning. So there are drinking people here, but not so much that is problematic.
I go up to Trip and give him a handshake. Like, hey, what's up, man? Remember me from the other night?
When you try to go give him a handshake, he stops you for a minute and he just basically stands up, does the whole arm flexing thing, goes, no, here we go with the bear hug. Come on, bring it in.
Okay. I gotcha. And I give him a hug.
You give him a hug,
Like
he gives
a
a hug back.
manly bear hug.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where you've haven't met in a while, and then like basically hit their back to basically state, I respect you, and then
as
you
soon as I
basically
get done with the hug, I like do an air guitar in front of him.
Yeah. But he does state, it was great meeting you last time. So what brings you here today? And honestly, the main reason why you came here is basically Amara is basically stating that she's going to join you guys. So when Trip says that, Amara comes over towards Monkey, the manager. Coming over, she does state, Mr. Monkey. No, you can add Mr. if you'd like. Amara does state, all right then. Would you prefer your name? No, not really. That's why I go with the moniker Monkey. Makes sense. Why would your parents call you after an animal? Oh, they would. They're kind of assholes, but you know, Monkey's a better moniker. Okay, they already have family issues. Nonetheless, though, I have decided to join a different route in my career. So I'm afraid you'll have to look for a different talent, perhaps. Oh, sure, I suppose. You haven't written any contract with me or the other members, have you? No. No to one, both, or either. I generally don't have to answer you, since I'm not under your employ. You would have done great, kid, especially with those loophole kind of things. That being said, though, if you ever change your mind, you're more than welcome to come here. Trip, Wire, and Volt are always looking for new members of the band, or always looking for better talent, or new talent, or varying. We're a very motley crew here. I mean, Trip himself here is an Asimar fallen from the high heavens. Not important, but he basically has celestial blood, so we use that to our own, you know.
Sounds pretty dope, actually. Yeah.
Trip looks towards you. It's very dope. All that means, though, is that it can't enter churches, which is fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't really need to. I mean, there's just stuck up priests in there anyways. It's okay.
Yeah, plus I have his wings, and then he, like, furls out wings that came out of nowhere.
Oh, what? That's freaking awesome. And yeah, that's pretty cool. And I like give him a thumb, like really big, like a rad, like thumbs up.
Yeah. They're like very goth, black wings with red tips, and then they come back. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Pretty cool. Monkey then says, Wire's here notifies her, ever capable of learning and discerning magical items and properties and copying them. So we use that to our advantage to make very new and interesting musical devices. So she's very good at that. Wire just looks toward you guys. You do see that her eye is more gem-like than anything else. But she like nods towards you. Hey. Okay. Then looks back down while she's reading her book. And Volt here is very, let's just say, wild and very charismatic. And Volt just looks towards Monkey. It's all right. You can say I have lineage of the Feywild. It's perfectly fine. Yeah. Feywild blood, Fey creature ancestry, blah, blah, blah. She can charisma most people. Do it at will, thankfully enough. Beforehand, she didn't have enough training. So, there's that. But that did bring them in a great crowd. Kind of why they became a band. And then I found them, and then became their manager.
Dogma, can I do? I don't know. Maybe this would be Arcana. Maybe this would be Investigation or Perception. But can I do like a see what what's her name? Wire's eye is?
Yeah.
What would that be?
Yeah, perception.
Perception? Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
From what you can tell, it does seem to be a jewel-like thing. It's not an actual jewel, but it does seem to register the same types of markers, like a very sleek surface, a very clear but also oval shape. It's definitely not an eye. It doesn't have that flesh tone to it. But it does register as something in between a gemstone and an eye.
Okay, cool. Oh, I got kicked out of Roll20.
Oh,
I
no.
must have pushed my...
Oh,
nah,
there
it
you
must
go.
have been my mouse thing. I must have like pushed my mouse.
But with that, Monkey does state. All right, then. That being said, though, since your companions here are likely the band or group or whatever you are going to be joining, perhaps I can arrange something for all of you if you ever decide to meet again. Us meeting you again, of course. We'll still be traveling and doing all this and that. But if you want any information, I could perhaps help you in this. I have traveled here and there and there and there. Nikolai leaves.
I went to go get a beer.
To go get a beer.
I grabbed a beer, and then I came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's honestly...
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt us.
Yeah. Dust will just be like, yeah, maybe in the future. Right now, we can't really disclose a whole lot of what we're doing, so...
I suppose you couldn't. Well,
We're
I'll
going
let you
here, a little bit of there, go some places, do some missions. Yeah, you know how it is.
yeah, I suppose so. Well, if you need any information, just let me know. I'll do one for free, and then next time, we'll see what happens. Yeah,
All
well,
right.
Very well.
Well then, you all take care of yourself. Amara, you are clearly ruining your potential future, but I understand you have to follow your heart and your passion. But I can make
Hey,
you a
don't
lot
say
of
that.
money.
Well,
Looks
she's
towards
gonna get a
Ada
lot
when she
more
says,
money
"Hey."
with us. So yeah.
Nikolai, you
But
say
I
that.
wish you the best.
Ada says, "Hey," and he goes, "I mean, no offense. You all seem lovely, but I gotta think of my job, and obviously it does mean that I want to more or less guilt trip people. I'm a manager.
Yeah, yeah,
Kinda what I do.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta live out for you gotta live for you. You can't live for other people. You gotta live for you. So.
Exactly. That out of the way, though. Amara, good luck with you and everything you do. Honestly, you'll seem and be fine in the future. But as a business-wise, I would like you to join us, but I understand you going with them. It does seem, looks towards Ada, you have a connection here, so I'm not going to ruin that. But if you ever need, a gig, just let me know. All right, now back to business. Yeah, you're clearly ruining in your future, so if you ever decide to come
Oh my
crawling
God.
back, you're more than welcome.
Ada really just wants to stab this guy right now.
Yeah. He's more or less nice when he's not being a businessman, but he's being a businessman right now, so he's kind of mean. But yeah, with that, you guys begin to head out. Nikolai, go ahead and roll Constitution save.
Maybe you can get him drunk this time.
Constitution save?
You want to
What?
go get a beer.
Oh, it's just a beer. What? Okay, fine.
It's not going to be that
Get him
hard.
drunk.
I know, right? I mean, yeah. Come on.
11. Yeah, it's just one beer, so it's an 11's going to do it. Still not drunk.
Yeah.
I set it at 10 because it's your first drink and it's not that
I
hard.
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Normally I roll like higher than that. So I feel a little bit, not like too much. Just I kind of. It's kind of like what is this beer?
It's a good drink.
This is good.
You
like-
clearly stole someone else's.
Oh no, I
Better
went
drink.
up to the bar and I thought I could like mage hand me a beer.
Oh, yeah,
up
definitely.
there. Yeah.
But when you were doing that, someone might have accidentally, or the bartender might have thought it was someone else's drink, poured in something a little bit more fruity, and then when he looked around, it wasn't there anymore. So he stole that easily enough. But there was likely some type of orange citrus in there. But when you begin to head out, Trip does come over towards you guys. And then, I'd probably give it to Nikolai. Comes over to Nikolai and goes, "Oh, hey, wait a minute. Before you guys go, pleasure to meet you all, by the way. That being said, though, Nikolai, I want you to have this. It's not from me, it's from the band, since you guys did some fantastic work last time. And more or less a little parting gift from Miss Amara." He then hands you a guitar pick.
A guitar. Oh,
the guitar pick itself is triangular, obviously, red in color, and it has an embroidered dragon on it. Not embroidered. That would be weird. Printed dragon on it.
Like an etched dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pick itself is made out of metal. All right. You take care out there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
You as well.
Goes back towards his company because he needs to go and play later tonight. But as you begin to head out, I think that's about it, unless someone thought of another thing.
I think we could. Well, are we heading out? I think we can head out to our destination.
Anyone else you want to make cry?
No. Opal, I know you want to see people cry, but we don't have to make people cry. We're trying to be friendly.
Speaking of Opal, you still have to answer my question.
We're
alone. We're in a tavern. No one is going to hear us.
Looking around you do see that this is probably the last stop before you head out. You go back into your room, gather your things, and then you basically confront Opal while you're gathering your things. She looks towards you and she goes, I guess. All right. Technically, I can use magic. It's not in the same way magic casters can use magic.
Can you be specific, please?
She sighs heavily, thinking that would be enough to skew the conversation away. But
at this point, Dust will just be more of, it's more or less we need to know, that way we can plan ahead in case if something happens.
You know, if you don't tell us what you can do, then we might die. So it's better to know than to not know and have one of us die, because you didn't tell us what you're capable of. So then that will be on your conscience. And I mean, I don't know how much you care about people dying, but I mean, well, I mean, if not, I don't know. It's up to you.
And this will be like, actually, with so many new people in the group,
we should have went the
I
more like.
think we should have a little recap.
Probably should have been the bad cop in that situation, not the good cop.
Yeah, it's like, and then Dust will be like, in fact, actually, it might be a good idea to talk in general of what we're capable of doing. This will just kind of
spells, and I can make things happen without you knowing.
This can kind of be like a talk where we're on our way out and
yeah,
in the wagon, and
while you guys begin to head out, go back in the wagon. I forgot. There is one last goodbye you have to say.
Oh no.
Oh, Grog. Oh, I forgot about Grog.
Grog! No!
Grog, always forgotten but never forgotten.
I feel bad.
This feels familiar. I feel like we were here before.
You were here before.
Yeah.
It's why Vera's still here.
Yeah, Vera. Oh, she's gone.
Never seen again.
Oh, I died.
Get back.
Okay.
As you collect your war horses and things of that nature, beginning to head out, and basically you guys saying, "Come on, Opal."
You shall be the next in line of the Sebastian race. You shall be Sir Brian. Sir
What?
Brian. That'll be your name. Sir Brian the horse. Yes.
You just name
Guess
a random
what?
horse.
Yeah. You gotta get another name in. His name is Sir Brian, or Brian for short.
All right. As you collect your horses, and before I guess Opal can say anything, as you're at the bordering, compound, Brock just looks towards you guys. All right then. Unfortunately, this is where I have to go, as I do have to report back in. It has been honestly a great learning experience, and I'm glad no one died. Well, no one on our side died. There is that guy that Nikolai killed with a bag. That still was never explained to me, by the way.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking
Bag
about.
of devouring. That was a great move.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't there for that. I was somewhere else. Honestly,
I think you told people that wasn't you. Well, that was.
Damn,
deception's pretty bad.
Really low on that.
I'm gonna roll for.
I rolled really low on that. Oh my
Yeah.
god! Oh
He's
my
not believing
god! Oh my god! Okay, fine.
He's not believing it, but he's not like saying it out loud.
Yeah.
So he nods and then looks towards the group, not just at Nikolai. Well, regardless, I am glad I learned from all of you, including you, Nikolai. Although, because of you, I did also learn that I was very ill-equipped to continue to travel with you. So you might have honestly spared my life, and I am grateful for that.
Suppose you live and you learn.
Dust will go up to Grok and put out his hand for a handshake.
He goes out and presents his. It's like a Viking handshake, clasped well above the hand, and it's a firm shake. He does have some strength behind him, and you can also see some resolve within his eyes. It's not saying goodbye; it's saying, "See you later."
Yeah, and Dust he'll do the handshake also, but he'll pull him in for a hug.
Okay.
And he'll be like, and then just in his ear he'll whisper, "Grok, you're always welcome back in the party." And then that's kind of when then Dust will back out a little bit.
He does not grateful for that information. Unfortunately, though, he is not well. Sorry, Nikolai, you didn't get to see this man cry. Unfortunately, though, he was not a basically forced to be isolated princess in her ivory tower. So he knows.
Oh no,
Rapunzel.
he's not trying to make him cry.
I know.
It's just-
I know. It would have been funny though.
As after Dust gives him like his handshake and like talks to him, Nikolai will hold out his hand and be like, "Grok, it was good to meet you." And he'll like give him a handshake and say, "Well, take care of that book. Hope it does you well."
It probably will.
Like give him like one of the a handshake like from like the elbow, like one of those like sturdy handshakes. And then
He does not. Don't die out there. After all, I can't exactly join back up if you are a... All right, that's a little bit more of a joke, but don't die out there.
I'd be hard pressed if I did, but
well, you'd be dead.
You do the same.
It was lovely to meet you, Grok, even though we did not have a personal thing between each other.
Oh.
No offense. I'm sorry, I'm bad at goodbyes.
That's fine. That's fine. You take care, Miss Ada.
Yeah, in above game, truth be told, Ada did not have much of a
connection with
Grok, because about the only time that she was associating with Grok was in the city of Mighty, and then after we got done with Quota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not much connection there.
We never had like a bonding time.
Yeah.
Damn, that's horrible.
It's like Nikolai and Dust. Take care, bro. You too, bro. Ada. Nice meeting you. He nods.
Not not doing a great job putting these horses on here, but whatever.
Amara comes over. Here, let me help you. And then easily
Okay.
enough does it. I've had to travel a lot, so this is I kind of got used to it.
I wasn't the normal one that did this. I was kind of like, I stood by as
Just face it, Farah did all that
Vera did it as yeah.
handling with the horses, with the exception of maybe
I kind of just
driving
stood
the
there and
carriage.
watched.
Yeah.
It wasn't really like I did anything. It was like, yeah.
That's quite all right. We all learn in our own paces. Okay. Trying to comfort Nikolai. Grok then states, all right then, you guys get out there and go save the world. I'll rejoin back when I can.
You know, the world seems kind of pretty big. I think we should let's save the continent first, and then we can go to the world.
Well, technically,
Yeah.
technically you're trying to save the kingdom, which is honestly my world. Well, all of our worlds.
Okay.
Well, maybe not
Yeah, I
Dust's
mean-
world. He comes from a different kingdom. But well,
I think let's not think too deep into this. Let's do what we do, and then kind of get
one
get, like-
step at a time.
you get the vision of Pastor Nikolai in your minds. I don't want to go on a tangent, but the world is constantly flowing and dependent on the person. Can be the entire world, the country, the kingdom, or the like.
Mind space, but like things are kind of like constantly shifting and becoming their own.
Yeah.
And like things become like you have to
Okay,
accept what
let's
they
move
are.
out.
That's Nikolai, I don't need another existential crisis. Can we
Yeah.
not?
Okay.
Okay, see you later, Grok.
Do take care.
Bye, Grok.
Waves, more or less bows to Ada. Miss Ada, Opal, Fauna, Whisper, Amara, and then begins to leave.
And this is a perfect little breaking point.
It is. So you never get to learn what Opal has to say. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
But this
Dang
is no. It'll happen after the break. So take your 5, and we'll get back to it in 5. Be right back.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna bring this up earlier, but then we started talking about cherries. So
And I'm back.
It's basically, how much should we tell each of the NPCs?
Yeah, that's fair to say. Oh, fair to ask.
Yeah, and essentially, we just stated, whisper. As long as it isn't revolving background information, you can probably talk to her about it. She already knows.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got on a tangent. I looked at the Monty Python Holy Hand Grenade skit.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one.
Anna, have you watched the Monty Python movie?
No.
Oh my goodness! You need. This is something you need to do at at some point in like the next few months, whenever you get if you get a
What is
chance.
it
Yeah.
called?
Watch Monty
Monty
Python
Python
and the Search for the Holy Grail.
How do you spell that? Hang on. Do you
Monty
write it
Python,
in-
MONTY
space.
Oh, literally. Monty.
space PYTHON. Monty Python
And the Holy Grail.
and the Holy Grail. It is probably one of the best and very well-known movies that is from British, or is it a British movie?
Yeah, no. So it's made by a British comedy troupe.
Yeah.
Where they had a show. I want to say it's back in the 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
The
movie was made in
sketch
1975.
Yeah, it was a sketch show, and it was called, I think, Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Yep.
And hilarious British comedy.
That's on Netflix.
It's like 6 guys, and so the main roles are like rotated between these 5 or 6 guys. And they play off of words. They have hilarious things.
It's just a flesh wound. Oh, Nikes, let's go.
You're still heading there. I just changed the map. Just let me know when you guys are ready.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just want to be careful with some of their
Oh my gosh.
their sketches, because they can't, Monty Python is actually pretty safe. Monty Python and the Holy Grail, it's pretty safe.
Yeah.
It's once you start getting out of the Holy Grail, you want to be careful, because they can get into some risky stuff.
It is dangerous.
So
I haven't looked into it. I think just the movie itself probably to be a really good family night movie. It'd be freaking great. You'd laugh like crazy, and you probably would think about it for next 2 or 3 weeks, and you wouldn't get it out of your head.
I will say, do not fast forward through the opening credits. Read them.
Why?
Read the opening credits. And I think also the closing, because if you read through them, it is downright hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I'm gonna trust you guys with this movie. I'll trust you.
Have you ever read the opening credits, Jordan? Or
I
Dogma?
don't remember I have. I don't think I did.
Never
A
heard of
while
it.
ago, though. I will say, though, if it's your thing, it's your thing. If it's not, it's not. Don't worry about it, Ada.
Yeah. Don't.
Yeah.
I just highly recommend that. I had some friends years ago that recommended that. They were just like, hey, start reading the credits. I started reading them, and I'm just like, oh, this is downright hilarious.
Gosh.
But yeah, if you guys are ready, let me know.
Yep, I'm ready.
I'm just
Yep.
gonna say, during the travel, it is gonna, like, in a light, brief way, explain what they have been doing for the past few months, at
Yeah.
least to easily for Fauna and Amara to understand.
You easily enough do so, without too much issue or worry. Thankfully enough, the travel there is a day and a half before you reach the mines. And, well, actually, I'm going to bring you to a different map then.
Oh,
Because you still need some explaining happening.
You can just
Oh yeah, we have
leave.
like.
oh.
You could have just left
Oh.
us on that map, and then we
Yeah.
could have just had that conversation, knowing that we're on the road.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
very nice, though.
I could have.
I mean, I like the map. The map changes are great. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
honestly, I love that.
Oh yeah, no, the maps are great. I'm just saying, like,
There's nothing wrong with maps.
Yeah, honestly, this is just a traveling map, and I have a bunch of them. So, like with the cake, I like to use what I've got. As you get here for a
I'll
rest,
do some sightseeing for a second as we're walking, and then
Yeah.
go back to the car. And we're good. Okay.
someone had to pee. Forgot to do that on the last stop, so they're doing it now.
Mm.
because I gotta go pee, and then Dustin's just like, jump off the wagon, do it. We're not stopping. We'll slow down, catch up.
Yeah. While you guys are walking along the wagon, to basically do whatever. You guys, well, Ada explains to the rest of the gang what has transpired out of, well, what's going on currently, except for anything personal. So does Nikolai or Ada's information, that's still tight-knit. So they understand what's currently going on right now. While that's being explained, Whisper then looks towards Opal. All right then, now that that's more or less taken care of, I already knew most of that. Miss Opal, Ada did state that you had things hidden that you didn't want to talk about in public. But now, looking at the woods, we're no longer in the public. So, go ahead. Opal, frustrated that someone remembered other than Ada, sighs heavily and goes, all right, fine. Like I mentioned beforehand, looks towards Nikolai. If you're not going to listen, that's perfectly fine, but I'm not going to repeat this.
I'm
Then
listening.
continues. Then continues. All right. Like I mentioned beforehand, I can use magic, but not in the same way as other magic casters can use magic. And no, it's not like a sorcerer or a warlock or an artificer. Well, artificer is the closest thing to it, I suppose. What I can do is fundamentally understand what magical properties can operate under a fundamental structure of science, and then either adapt it to my own traits and abilities, or try to replicate them, or
You
destroy
can
them.
see things better than everybody else can.
So above game, she's more of, I would say, more of an alchemist.
Like, for sure, Dust. You got it in one.
Oh yeah. So Dust will be like, so you're an. Best way to describe it would be an alchemist, I believe.
I was gonna say a technomancer, but
I suppose either could work. I just don't have a title. Because as a practitioner of magic without magic, I am not given one. I got kicked out of the library because I was, this. I got kicked out of various places because this. People don't trust
There's nothing
magic
wrong-
users without them having magic.
Dust will be like, straight up forward, and is like, Opal, there is nothing wrong with this, and he just kind of motions at her.
Oh no, I got that already a long time ago. I already went through my whole growing phase and process. You don't have to come to me, I get it.
Yeah, no, even with us, like, yeah, there's quite a few of us who are spellcasters, but truth be told,
No.
I did not start out as a spellcaster. I was just your common jeweler.
I was the performer.
So
I'm not going to explain. I feel kind of embarrassed.
Nikolai kind of like rolls his eyes, and hopefully no one questions what he just said. And
You feel,
That's
except for
fair.
maybe Dust and Ada, everyone is just continuing along with the information.
oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
yeah, no, and I think, and then Dust will be like, yeah, that's like, and then he'll kind of explain kind of what he's doing, what
Yeah.
he can do,
Uh,
because this is like the perfect opportunity to kind of explain what people are capable of doing
oh yeah, for sure.
Ooh,
with the new
ooh.
party.
Yes.
We can text magic out. I'm gonna freeze a tree. Here we go.
No. We did. Oh, God.
Nikolai, we're out in the wilds.
I froze.
It might be
I threw.
safer
I threw a chromatic orb at the tree. Like, see, I can do ice. See, ice. See.
Immediately, the tree freezes in place, and a body falls off of the tree.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God. Oh.
Why was there a person in the tree? What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
A little bit bigger.
It's a person.
It's a
Okay,
person.
I go help him.
You go and have the person. You unthaw them after a while. Opal then goes, yep. That being the case, though, again, I've already gone through my whole character journey.
Medicine check 11.
There's really no need for you guys to say, oh, don't worry, you're just like us, you're normal. Yeah, I got it. Everyone's different. I can be grumpy at people that threw me out, though.
What's wrong with that?
But yeah,
Why is there wait? Is this body dead? Has it been dead, or is
Uh,
it dead because I?
it went unconscious when you hit it, but as you unthaw the person, and 14's pretty good, you just see this random. I'm gonna use this guy. Just staring back at you,
Okay.
half-lidded. Wait, what?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I was just napping in the tree.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. My bad.
No, it's fine. I don't even know what happened. Why am I cold?
No reason. There was some magical phenomenon that are happening around everywhere. There's a lot of cold weather happening, and cold things are, yeah.
No, I guess that makes sense. I mean, I went to the north to go get some work at the mine, but they said it closed down due to weird phenomenon underground. So I guess it could affect the surface too.
What's your name, my chance?
No, my name's not my chance. It's,
No, what is your name?
Oh, Chris. Chris
Chris?
with a C.
Oh, okay. Do you know a George?
I know of a George.
Oh, okay. I'm looking for a George. I have to give him a message.
Dust will be just like, well, we're going down to see if we can solve the issue that's happening at the gem mine.
From what I've been told, they just have the lower floors closed down,
Okay.
so they're really not able to dig any deeper.
Well, I guess we're heading that way, but
Well, there's
I'm
no
not
work
gonna-
right now over there,
I'm not-
other than the people that they've already hired. So,
I'm not gonna invite another person to join us because it's deadly wherever we go. If people die, we have a wake of death behind us.
oh, I'm just a
So-
traveling hobo. I find work where I
Okay.
can.
Okay, yeah. You don't want to
Well-
join us. We're just like a death party of death and destruction. So yeah.
Dust will just kind of shake his head and he'll be just like, well, good luck, Chris, and your endeavors in finding work.
It's what we do. We travel and find work. That's literally the definition of a hobo. And he walks away.
As Dust comes back, I'll be like, "Hey, Dust, you think I scared him off with saying death a bunch?"
Like, that was
probably
the
not.
least intimidating thing I ever heard you say.
Amara just states, you probably didn't convince him, but probably turned him from trying to join.
Okay, that's Nikolai like wipes his brow. I'm like, oh my gosh, we don't need another person to join. I think we have too many people already, and there's so many backstories we have to deal with. It's crazy.
Anna like hides behind Ada because she's the newest.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah. But
no one has died.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Oh no! Just that was not for you. That was for him. He's not even. You're way better and stronger than he is. I 100% guarantee it.
Okay. You really don't know what I can do, though.
Yeah, no, I can see how strong you are. I can tell.
Okay. A little worried that you might not be able to register her properly or read her properly. Well, add a character, add a game, that NPC could have given you some information about the mine. You know
that's
some
okay.
stuff, but you also know that it's still operating, but the lower floors are not operating for some reason or another.
I'd rather scare off NPCs at this point.
That's
I feel
fine.
like I've been fighting too many.
That's fair.
Especially NPCs that are just kind of random out in the middle of nowhere.
That's also fair.
Accidentally killing somebody, Nikolai going insane, maybe.
Mhm.
Nah.
That is completely fair. But you do know that the mines are still operating. It's just the lower floors are not able to be touched for some reason or another. So mines are still, minerals, deposits, gemstones are still being drawn out, but not at the rate they were beforehand. So that's a problem for spellcasters, for tutors, and all that like.
Yeah, because they're going off of previously mined veins that might not have enough, whereas if they go deeper, they're getting into the new stuff that's that would have a lot.
Yeah. Obviously, there's more
Yeah.
than one mine in the area, but this is the main one at the capital. So if that's shut down, then it takes a very long time for the others to come about in this direction.
Mhm.
That being the case, though, you have that information now. And before we go on another tangent,
Let's head out.
I'll pull this state. All right, while we're heading out, I can tell you more things I can do, I guess. And others can tell us what they want, I guess. Looking at you, Miss Amara and Miss Fauna, I don't really know Miss Whisper. I don't even know why I'm using Miss. I would honestly just call you your names, but Whisper said Miss, and now I'm kind of drawn into it. I don't know why. That being the case, though, I can fundamentally create and destroy magic on a scientific level, but not on a magical one. So anti-magic fields or whatever don't work on me at the exact same time. Just be careful, because I'm not using magic on you or on someone. Dispel magic or what's the other one? Starts with an M. Doesn't matter. Will not work on me. So if I guess churn evil or someone tries to take over my mind, just be aware of that.
Out of game, dog, but are you talking about modify memory?
Probably.
Okay. I'm just asking.
Honestly,
Sorry.
as Obo and as myself, I honestly forgot. But probably. But she does. Yeah. Just be careful about that one. Someone takes over my mind, punch me in the face. Don't use magic.
Could I splash water into your face?
Yeah,
I don't know if that
punch or splash water, either one. I don't know how effective either would be. I don't know what that means.
Well, I have a beer barrel. Can I throw it at you?
Oh, I guess. As long as I don't die.
Cool. Yep, that sounds like a great idea. Sweet.
Nikolai, no.
Right. Okay. Someone else.
It was funny. I bet it would be funny and it'd be effective. So it's kind of like a double whammy. Yeah.
Whisper nods. Then Opal then states, all right, someone else go. Whisper then states, hey, Whisper, assassin by trade, telling by night and day, it's kind of my job. Looks towards Dust and Nikolai. Ada more or less did not have anything to do with it. She was just there. Used to be my job until currently on sabbatical right now for the next couple months. Basically I'm a rogue with some skill in magic and natural magic. That's basically it. Can hide and kill people very well. Need someone dead or need information? Just let me know. Also classified under a information broker, so I can gather information fairly well. Hamara then states, hello, I'm Amara. Why do I feel like I'm at a... It doesn't matter. Well, I'm a bard by trade and can inspire and give songs and respite to many people. I am very good with the blade, and some might call me...
What's your college?
Oh, I didn't go to college, but I did learn under a certain... Oh, you probably meant Bard College, yeah.
Yeah. The different bards go to different colleges. What kind of college did you have?
A good one?
Oh. Okay.
It's possible she doesn't want to tell you. You're not entirely sure.
Okay.
Can Ada make a history check to see if she knows?
Yeah, super. You can.
Sweet.
Ada would be about the only one who would know.
Probably.
Probably. Wow.
Oh
Jinx.
God, I'm having a bad roll day. All right, I'm clear that.
Yeah. All right. 10's not that bad. You know, when she went to her classes and things of that nature, she did like talk about inspirational things
Every time.
of how
Click.
the world works and things like that. It delved deep into the bardic things of things. If you had to guess, it might be the College of Eloquence. If not that, then the College of Creation.
Okay.
It's one or the
It's
other.
good so.
Cool.
Maybe the College of Glamour, but honestly, it's hard to remember right now. But yeah, it's possible she doesn't want to tell you, Nikolai. She just says, good one. And then looks towards Fauna. Hi, Fauna. Rogue. No, that's Miss Whisper. Ranger. Tracker. I can do a lot of things. I can also do some bardic. No, not bardic. That's Miss Amara. Some druid things. I'm not that very strong.
Yes, okay. Fauna,
Just
how
come up
many
to
birds
Fauna and
are in
just
the area?
Like, breathe. Everything's fine.
Through some information a little bit after. You can tell that
Did she count how many birds are in the area?
she probably would. She'd panic though. She would eventually get there though. She counted 17. But through eventual information,
Jeez.
She does give you the fact that she is a ranger and a druid mixed class, as well as a third thing she's not allowed to tell you. Unfortunately. But she is currently on her pilgrimage to basically help the world out and learn and grow from it.
Was that everybody?
NPCs, if you want to tell your information, you're more than welcome to. I guess Sir Brian could tell you a little bit about himself.
Okay.
I think just because we have a bunch of new people, like
Well,
Dust
I was a
will also
horse.
kind of explain.
I
what he
lived
does.
down south near Dustland, and then I was raised by some different merchants, and then I moved around, lived down the south part, and then eventually I came up to here, and now I'm part of your caravan. That's Sir Brian's story.
Which no one understood.
I think just out of courtesy, I think the rest of us would kind of explain roughly, kind of more along their lines.
Yeah.
Say what we do.
You explain this outline features of your properties. You don't go into the backstory, obviously, in case you don't want to, and Whisper's also there, so having an information broker with that kind of information is potentially possibly dangerous. Maybe. But you basically tell people that you can use magic, and your lamp is very important to you, so don't touch. Ada, you tell they can use clerical magic, and currently you're going to a town further to the west to deal with a problem. And Whisper's coming along to help with that problem out.
Mm-hmm.
Nikolai, you tell people that you... What was the story you used beforehand? That you were
the
a baker?
Story I used beforehand?
No, like you literally just told Opal, yeah, I used to be something. And
a performer.
Yeah, a performer. Do you keep that story or actually tell the truth?
Well, I mean, that is the truth, but it's just not the whole truth.
Yeah.
And nothing but the truth.
Okay. You tell them you were a charming performer, but can also use a variety of magic properties. And they sometimes just magically appear out of nowhere.
Well, also, okay, so here's another thing you need to know about me, is that if I do something and I wasn't supposed to do something, and that there is also a percentage chance that magic that I have can go awry. And other people might call it wild, and it does things without me actually knowing what it would do. Like, kind of like out of my control. So just be aware of that sometimes. Yeah.
The king nods. Sir Brian shakes his head. Opal then states, "All right then."
Oh yeah, I should have rolled actually for that ice knight or for that chromatic orb.
Yeah, that's a 5.
5.
It's enough. It's up to 2 now, but 5 stars. Nah, she won't say anything right now. But as you head towards the mine and eventually find the entrance, you do see